Okay, we're looking at pages 7 through 9 now, 7 through 9. So page 7, we are using those divisibility rules that we just covered to figure out if the examples are divisible. So 3095, is that divisible by 2? And I don't want you to use your calculator or to do the long division. I want you to use those tricks, those divisibility rules that we just talked about. 3095, is it divisible by 2? Is it divisible by 3? 4, 8. Let's do a couple of these together. Let's look at 3. So 3095, I'm going to add up those digits. And we can do it a couple ways. 3 plus 0 is 3, plus 9 is 12, plus 5 is 17. Or we could have added two pairs and then added those sums. 17 is not a multiple of 3. 3 does not go into 17 evenly, so 3 does not go into 3095. My answer is no. I'm going to make the same types of arguments for these other 3 numbers. Notice that sometimes there's more work, sometimes there's less work, depending on the divisibility rule. So just a couple more of these together. Let's take a look at 9072. I want to know if that's a multiple of 8. I'm going to take the last 3 digits and say, wait a second, 8 goes into that, because I know 8 times 9 is 72. So 8 goes into 072 or 72. So 8 goes into 9072. There's a yes there. Let's also notice that if this is a multiple of 8, it's got to be a multiple of 4. It's got to be a multiple of 2. Think about why. And similarly, if it's not a multiple of 2, it can't be a multiple of 4. It can't be a multiple of 8. Again, why? So these are 2, 3, 4, and 8. Looking at the next page, page 8, I'm asking about 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. You don't have much space for 10, but you don't need much space for 10. Let's take a look at 7 for 135. So I'm going to take 135 and split off that last number. 5 times 2 equals 10. Move that 10 over here. 13 minus 10, that's 3. 7 doesn't go into 3. 7 does not go into 3. So 7 does not go into 135. And my answer is no. Let's also take a look at, how about 980? 980, I want to know if that's divisible by 9. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add up the digits, 9 plus 8. I could add 0, or I could say, well, 0 doesn't change anything. Either way, we get 17. 9 does not go into 17 evenly. So 9 is not a factor of 980. The answer is no. So you'll be filling out each of these squares. Again, for 10, you don't have a lot of work, so you don't need a lot of space. And notice that for the last one, this has text in it. Even if it didn't have text in it, you probably couldn't fit the whole thing in here anyway. So if you're going to do this longer number, it's going to take a few steps. Go ahead and do it in the margin. Let's take a look at page 9. Next, we've got some true or false statements. And I don't just want true or false, I want to know why. I want to know either this has to be true because of this and that, or this is false. Hey, look, I found this example. We call it a counterexample. The number is odd, it cannot be divisible by an even number. Number is even, it cannot be divisible by an odd number. We have all these statements. which ones are true and which ones aren't. I'll give you number 2. Notice that if a number is even, we're saying it can't be divisible by an odd number. Here's one of those counterexamples. 6 is even. So this says 6 cannot be divisible by, say, 3. 3 is odd. This is false. We're saying 6 cannot be divisible by 3, but it is. 6 is a multiple of 3. So this is false. Whoop. Because 3 divides into 6. 3 is odd. 6 is even. So you can find these counterexamples when it's false, or you can give explanations when it's true. That's pages 7 through 9.